Well, it looks well. It looks like the Zerg infested this world. Now we Protoss will have to purify it. But all we have is 4 Stalkers and a Nexus and a Warp Prism. Now, Entaro Tassadar guys, and welcome back to the StarCraft tutorial. I know the videos kinda suck, but eh. I've been trying to, as best as I can, to make a tutorial for you. Now last time, remember the Zerg have conquered all the Terrans, and now the Protoss have arrived and surveyed the damage. The Protoss can instantly build, can just actually build things and leave them alone, although it does take time in actual StarCraft. Now what do we need is a gateway, so that we can produce zealots, mighty warriors. Yes, for our conquest, for our little conquest here. We need a forge, so that we can build photon cannons to enhance our defenses. Now, it appears that the Zerg haven't learned of our existence yet. That means we must try and, yeah. Alright. We have built a forge, and now we can build our photon cannons. Oh, our probe. Okay. A warp prism is the Protoss transport. The cool thing about it is that if this turns into a warp gate, this turns into power field. So yeah, you can warp stuff. Alright, so now this probe, our worker unit, shall construct photon cannons to Protoss static defenses, but they need to be placed in the power field. So we need a pylon. Pylon is the Protoss supply. It provides the Protoss with supply, but it also provides them with power fields, which allow the Protoss to build structures. So yeah, the pylon is kind of like your electricity generator, in other words.
I can't build here.
Yes. So now that we have these basic units, Stalkers and Zealots, I think it is time we reclaim this part from the Zerg, right? We definitely need more building space, so let's order our photon cannons to start attacking. Oh wait, we can just transport them over in our warp prism. Now let's load our Stalkers, 2 Stalkers and 2 Zealots. And let's put them over here. Oh, it appears that there are still roaches left over here. Oh. Well, let's get 4 more Zealots into the warp prism. And it appears that it's not necessary actually. Now that we have more building space, we can start destroying the rocks. And let's get a probe over here. This probe can build us some more pylons. And let's get the green tumor there. Where's our probe? Oh, the probe is here. Okay. Now let's get ourselves more pylons. And now we can finally get ourselves a cybernetics core, which allows us to produce Stalkers. Now let's clear up this barrier. And then we can build more things, such as the robotics facility, which allows us to build robotic units, such as this warp prism. But other than that, it can also build the mighty immortal. See? And an observer, a detector, which is what we need to destroy these creep tumors. But by now I'm very sure the Zerg have learned of our existence right now, and they are going to attack us. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. But the immortal should be able to hold them up for now. Now what we need is a quicker way to transport our warriors over into this battlefield. So, first of all, we need more gateways. But more gateways isn't enough exactly. So we're gonna research warp gate at the cybernetics core, and all these gates will start transforming into warp gates. Yes. All these Zerg are kind of relentless. They got ultra discs now, and they're yeah. Now let's build some more immortals to stand up against these ultra discs. And these warp gates, well, anywhere there's a power field. Now, remember that warp prism I told you earlier that can change into a power field? You can warp them right here. You can warp these warriors right here, and the Ultra Discs are gonna come in, and we Protoss are going to engage them. Now, these warp gates do have a cooldown. See, this is what I mean about actual StarCraft and actual StarCraft. There is a cooldown. We just barely fought off these Ultra Discs.
Our allies are being attacked.
And now we're gonna have to, well, build a pylon and cannon all these up. And cannon up.
Friendo's base is under attack.
Because the Zerg are definitely gonna come. And look at that, here they come already. More Ultra Discs
Help your friends.
who are stuck apparently. It's kind of sad. The Ultra Discs are stuck. And the roaches are stuck too because of the Ultra Discs. Okay, maybe they're not. I don't know. But anyway, they're making Mutalisks and they're sending stuff against us, including drones for some reason.
Our allies are being attacked.
Oh dear. It appears we need to warp in more Stalkers. And more Zealots too, because all our Zealots just died. See what I mean about Protoss? Okay, now we need to call in the Golden Armada. Where shall we do that, you ask? Now let's get our Warp Prism over to this platform here. This little platform. No, 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 no. Oh, come on. Drop the platform. And now we are able to build a Stargate. Yeah. 2 Stargates. And finally, let us call the fleet with a fleet beacon. Because I'm very sure that we won't be able to hold off the Zerg for long. I mean, they're already calling in units that we haven't even seen before, like Vipers. And they, of course, they're calling in more Ultra Discs. They're calling in more Roaches. Now, let's call in. Hey. Come on, unload the probe. Yes. Let us build a fleet beacon. And now that we have a fleet beacon, we can start warping in carriers. And tempests. And void rays. And oracles and phoenixes.
Successful. Teleport successful.
Hey, help your friends.
Oh, but there's that swarm of Mutalisks. Don't worry, the Golden Armada
Skies
can take care of it. And then let us build a robotics bay so that we can build mighty units for the Protoss ground force, such as Colossi, which can attack from far. Oh dear, but the Zerg seem to have some serious resistance here. They're building so many Ultra Discs. Thou shalt not worry, the Golden Armada. It's on its way. Minus the probes, of course. No, 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 probes! No, 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 probes! No! Not the probes! Now, these things should be able to carry out any, like, you know, air resistance. And our Tempests and our carriers
Friendo's base is under attack.
will be able to decimate these Zerg. Look, the Zerg are coming up, only to be decimated here. Oh! But that is a whole swarm of Mutalisks.
Help your friends.
And whoa. And the Zerg are coming here.
Our allies are being attacked.
The Zerg are coming in all their might and
Our
fury.
allies' base is under attack.
And look at all those Mutalisks coming up, swamping the Great Armada.
Hey,
But
help your
where
friends.
are our Protoss ground forces? Appears they have all been decimated by the Ultra Discs. Well then,
Friendo's base
let us
is under
attack. Their hatcheries are being decimated despite the large
Allies
numbers
are
of
being attacked.
Mutalisks and Ultra Discs that are being pumped out. And I think that is near the end of this tutorial, my friends. The Golden Armada is going to clean up all the Zerg, and they are going to purify this world. Despite attacking, you know, with whatever they can, the Golden Armada shall purify. Because that has been their job from the start. Look at all these queens coming up. Do you think they will make it?
Help your friends.
No. They are trying their best, but I don't think they will defend their hatchery in time. because look at all these immortals coming up here. So that's the end of it, even though these queens are kinda, honestly, annoying. The Golden Armada will clean this up.